How does possession game work in eFootball, and why is this team play style so controversial in the community? To answer this, I will first give you a breakdown with 4 topics about this tactic. The behavior of the team when attacking, when defending, after gaining possession, after losing possession. But how does the theory looks like in practice? With a very specially selected free-to-play team, I will go into the division using possession game. Therefore, watch this breakdown without to skip until the end. Each team playstyle has its own player movement. The player movements are what differentiates the team playstyles from one another. We start with the first definition from Konami when attacking. Players maintain tight positioning to maximize the effectiveness of short passes. They will also generally avoid dashing into spaces behind the opposition defense. That's the official term, but on the pitch, I'll show you first in the training mode. So let's build up the game from the back. And you can see that the team is very static. They are not dashing too much. You can see they are very static, standing in their positions, close to the ball holder, that we always have an opportunity to pass. And when we look at the front, you can see that the players, like in the definition is saying, are not dashing behind the opponent's back line. We move on to the next player movement, when defending. Keep a high defensive line to put pressure on the opponent from the front lines. For this section, I'm switching over to the blimp camera that we can see the collective team, how they behave while we are defending when the opponent is attacking. So let's lose the ball and have a look at the collective behavior. You can see my defense, guys. They are at the middle line, very, very high. Yeah, look at this. And the player at the bottom is totally free, the left wing forward of the opponent. But yeah, my team is making pressure, even that I'm not doing anything. You can see my midfielders are attacking, but the defense is extremely high in the front lines, like the definition is also saying. In eFootball, there are 2 player movements that are dependent on the possession. We are starting with the first one after gaining possession. The team looks to retain possession for as long as possible by providing close support to the player on the ball. Let's gain back the possession now. Suck. And you can see Hullit. Did you see how he come to us, how he ran to us to make him instantly available for the pass? Now here with Tomiyasu. And here, you see it? Neymar. Look how close, you know, the close support, which was in the definition mentioned, running right after gaining back the possession that we instantly have one option to play to. As one of the fastest growing eFootball channels on YouTube, it is important to keep up the push. Give this video a like and join my channel with smashing the subscription button so that we can now talk about the last player movement. After losing possession. After losing possession, players closest to the ball quickly move to put pressure on the ball holder. So let's initiate the attack and lose the ball. Suck. And you can see how Hullit instantly attacked the opponent. And again here, Neymar is attacking. Always the one who's closest to the ball holder is attacking. And look, I'm not attacking, I'm not pressing any buttons. And you can see how my players are always attacking the opponent. 1, 2, or sometimes even 3 players. But how does this team play style works against real opponents? Before everything, we first need a suitable team in a suitable formation. Therefore, we are choosing now the right manager. For me, it is going to be Hansi Flick. With 88 as a team playstyle proficiency, he has the highest possible value in possession game and gives a boost with +1 in low pass and +1 in speed. The formation I'm gonna use is an offensively oriented 4-2-2-2. Goalkeeper position is always a matter of taste. I am using David Seaman here. Both fullbacks, Costa Curta and Caicedo, have the playing style's defensive fullback. In the center, I'm using a defensive fullback Jules Koundé and a destroyer Tony Adams. The midfield is covered by a DMF, a CMF and 2 AMFs. As a DMF, I am using the anchorman Sergio Busquets. My CMF is the latest eFootball point shop version of Szoboszlai, who is definitely an interesting choice as a fully offensive orchestrator. And now we are moving to the attackers, talking about the 2 AMFs. On the left hand side, I'm using the Player of the Week card of Isco, which is a creative playmaker. To cover him up with a suitable AMF on the right hand side, I am using the whole player Rafinha. In this system, we are using 2 forwards. One is a second striker and the other one is a center forward. The second striker in this case will be Neymar. As a center forward, I opt for the goal poacher Ousmane Dembele. My bench is very versatile and full of suitable players for all positions. As you noticed already, I've let my Ferraris parked in the garage. I want to show you how efficient possession game can be or is even without those boosted cyborgs. But what about the individual instructions? No defensive instructions for any player in this team because we need the defense and midfield close and compact together. For the forwards, I am putting counter target on both of them, so Neymar and here Dembele won't drop back. Now it's time. I will go into the division matchmaking with this team playstyle, this formation and this team. It will be real-time conditions, therefore I'm very cautious and also focused. Start the engines. Bismillah. Let's go. We have an opponent, guys, and yeah, Division 3 versus Division 3. It's okay. How was the form? Seems good. No bad forms here. How's the bench? Mbappe, Messi, Sané, Zakaria, Pedri, Gavi. Gavi could be also an option, guys, as a whole player. Both CMF and AMF. But let me quickly check how the opponent is playing in a 4-2-1-3. Also a free-to-play team. Yeah, this is completely free-to-play. Also possession game. Luis Roman. Pep Guardiola. Okay, this is going to be interesting, guys. Here we go, guys. Possession game versus possession game.
Bit too much weight on the pass. Kunde deals with that comfortably.
Midfield domination here with 4 players in the midfield.
And it's Messi.
High defensive line. Very, very high, guys.
Jordi Alba. That's been intercepted. That was well played.
I like how we are compact in the center, in the midfield.
Now it's Neymar. That is a great
Oh, great opportunity. Chip shot.
Oh, the ball's run left.
No way. That is unreal, bro.
And it's Messi.
And you are vulnerable
He's got the shot.
against through balls. This is the problem. Because the defensive line is very, very high. One through pass and you are not cautious like me in this situation because I didn't switch to the player. Boom, goal.
Bernardo Silva. Dembele. Oh, just skip. There's the hit.
Dembele is great, guys. Dembele is a great player ID. The goal poacher match pass version. Very good one. And also a good half. Good first half. Opponent shouldn't be underestimated, so in the second half we need to put on a little more pressure and play a little more aggressive. Second half, here we go.
Isco. Busquets.
You also need to involve your DMF more often in your build-ups while you're attacking.
Short changes him with that pass.
Making through balls behind the opponent's backline is not very easy because the players are not running there. We already talked about that while attacking player movement.
Idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Neymar.
Opponent made a mistake. He ran out with his defender. Let's see if we can punish. No. The pass... I didn't want to score, guys. I didn't want to score like that. It felt very bad. I could have shot, but I was like, no, don't do it.
And he did make it. Neymar.
Oh, crazy passing, guys. Crazy passing. The players are always prepared for receiving the pass and to instantly move it forward. Let's go for some player substitutions. So Pedri here for the CMF, Gavi as an AMF, Leroy Sané as an AMF, Bebeto second striker, and as the center forward Safi Salih.
Cut out, well played.
Yeah, we are winning the ball very often in the midfield, in the center, because we have 4 players there. With possession game, they are compact anyway. Lots of ball wins. I like that.
And it's Del Piero. Oh, super find. Mbappe.
Yeah, you need fast defenders. Very important with possession game, that you can catch up those through balls if they are coming behind your back line.
It was. Pedri.
We could make a fast counter attack. That was nice.
Found the way through.
I want to go for a low lofted pass. Safi Salih! Oh, that can't be. But when you have the time, when you have the space, you can make it also fast. You can initiate fast counter attacks.
Oh, and he's through the middle. Oh, he's bustling through here. He's been
Come on.
over. That is a foul.
Let's go under the wall, guys. Come on, we do it. Just tap the shoot button, and while he is running, I will aim to the right-hand side that I can make a right curl. Take care of my analog stick.
Another matter. Sane
Tap.
ready to try one. Sane! And that
Here you go.
a finish right. Can he put it away?
Number 5.
No unnecessary risks, and that's it.
G to the G's, guys. 189 passes successful, 155. That is huge. For me, usually I don't have many passes, but in possession game, sometimes you have to do it. And yeah, of course, we take the points. Possession game had a massive rework from Konami, and this is very noticeable. It feels not slow anymore when you're initiating attacks. The players are very compact and close to each other, so that there's always an option to pass to a teammate. While defending, the team puts on an incredibly high pressure. On one hand, it's an advantage to gain back the possession. On the other hand, it becomes very dangerous if you're not able to win back the ball, because the defense is wide open and stands in a very high line. That makes you very vulnerable for through passes. What makes possession game effective to me is that you can play this playstyle like counter playstyles too. This tactic is fast and gives you lots of opportunities to break through the opponent's defense. But you have to be very fit in defending, otherwise you can be in big trouble. Like if you enjoyed this video, and watch the next video how to improve ultra fast in eFootball with 30 special tips and tricks.